What up, slammers? It's Holy Joe Rock and Roll, coming at you live and definitely unscripted. Just entering Czech Republic from Austria on, I think it's the S7 little country road until we hook up to the A4, I believe it is. Anyhow, any doubts about Hillary Clinton? Now that the Electoral College has voted and Trump has definitely won and is the president-elect, and January 20th he will be president. Now we can see that the NeverTRUMPers and the left-wing media and all of these people who have been anti-Trump have tried everything, including the kitchen sink, to try to derail the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump. They tried by saying that he had no chance, he had no path to 370 Electoral College votes. Trump shattered the so-called blue wall and flipped all of these swing states that no Republican has won since the late 80s, since I think 1988. He flipped all these states that Hillary was supposed to win, and then they try flipping electors in the Electoral College, and it just one pathetic attempt after another to try to stop Donald Trump from becoming president. Well, he is already making America great again. You see what he did at Carrier, got them to save at least 800 jobs, possibly 1,100. He got the investment from Mr. Sun of Japan, SoftBank, to invest $50 billion and get, promising to hire 50,000 Americans. I mean, these are just, he's not even president yet. And he's already starting to make America better for a lot of people. So, just as a flashback, you may have heard, for years you heard stories that Hillary Clinton has always wanted to be president, and that she and Bill sort of made a promise to each other that they would both be president. And, you always heard from the left-wing media, this is nonsense, this is not true. But as you can see how this election played out, and Hillary Clinton's reaction to it, perhaps not the initial reaction where she conceded the election the next day, actually the night of the November the 8th, she did concede sort of late in the morning, made a phone call to Donald Trump, conceded the election, but then didn't speak to her supporters until the next day, because apparently she was intoxicated, and really, I can understand maybe she was totally stressed out that she lost what she thought was going to be a shoe-in, but she lost big time. And you can kind of see with this whole Jill Stein thing, the whole recount thing, where Hillary got involved in that, maybe behind the scenes, encouraged that really this is a woman, Hillary Clinton, who really desperately wanted to become president and thought that she would be president, that it was inevitable. But as just a quick reflection, anybody with the reality check can see that Hillary Clinton was a bad candidate, and I've said this before, she's a horrible candidate. She was totally out of touch. She really had no message that resonated with the people, and 80% of her stump speech was just an anti-Trump speech, without really telling us what she would do, except the continuation of these liberal platitudes and political speak that people were tired of. Trump was giving you straight from the heart, from the street maybe, his comments, his reaction, his plans. And this really resonated with the American people. They're tired of hearing politicians talk nonsense. They wanted to hear a real person talk to them, talk directly to them. And my first song, he speaks direct to the people, make America great again, let America win, win, win. That's what Trump was talking about. That's his message. And it resonated with a lot of people who, if you got a job and you've been good to go for the last 10, 15 years, you may be out of touch as well. But, I was like that until I got out of work, and then I really started noticing people around me suffering, especially not just white-collar people, that was mostly people that I knew, but blue-collar people that in the past I maybe didn't give a rat's ass about because, hey, I'm white-collar. I don't care about these people so much because they're not my people, quote unquote, right? But they're all Americans and they're my neighbors. And when they're suffering, everybody suffers. The country suffers. So we need to turn this thing around. And I think you're seeing that Trump is going to turn this thing around. And he said in one of his speeches, we're going to turn this whole big ship around and we're going to turn it around quickly. And that was one of my songs also, Turn the Ship Around, utilizing actual clips from his speech. So we're going to turn this whole ship around, and it's going to be turned around quickly. You can see he's already making, he's not even president yet, and he's already making moves to turn the ship around. And as I said in past, you know, all it takes is really confidence in the government, that the government's going to do the right thing, it's going to help the people out, and that's going to spur on entrepreneurs and just average people to be confident and have the confidence to move forward with their plans, whether it's to hire people, start a new business, to invest in something. And that's what propels the nation forward, with just energy, jobs, and some people call it animal spirits. Just what propels the nation forward. When you don't have this confidence, people clam up. They don't want to invest. They're scared. They're like, why should I invest? I'm going to lose all my money to the government, or it's going to take it away in taxes. Now with this proposed 15% corporate tax rate, corporations don't have to spend millions of dollars trying to cheat the government out of getting the 35% tax rate down to 15%, which is what most companies are paying anyways after all the shenanigans with the tax code. So by simplifying the tax code, it's going to save companies millions of dollars and, you know, billions of hours of work doing this. And also individuals, when you start reducing the tax code on individuals, there's also less reason for individuals to mess around with that stuff. So all in all, it's going to be a good thing, and I'm just really stoked. Let's see what happens starting January 20th, the afternoon of January 20th, when Trump is going to negate all of Obama's illegal and defective presidential orders. They're gone. We're going to repeal and replace Obamacare and rebuild the military, but we're going to do it on a budget, and we're going to drain the swamp on these cost overruns, military cost overruns. It's going to be awesome when you finally get somebody competent in charge, who knows what numbers are supposed to be, who knows how to balance budgets, who knows how to make people responsible and responsible for their activity, and responsible for their organizations. This is really going to be, I think it's going to be a really good time for America. I'm Holy Joe Rock and Roll, reminding you to make it happen for the captain, because you're the captain.